What's going on? I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to talk about in this video, but I feel like making a video, so... It's interesting to notice that, like, the mind's worldviews and desires change, always changing. And so it's very hard to stick to a goal because one minute you really want the goal and you're working hard towards it, and the next minute you just couldn't give a fucking shit about it, you know? It's interesting, you know? And both seem so true. That's what's interesting about it. I have times where I'm in love with life, and it seems so true. You know, it's like life is the best, you know, like this is beautiful and profound and just wow. And then I have times where I fucking hate life and I want to die, you know, and both seem so true. And when you got those fucking extremes, you know, what are you gonna do? How the fuck do you operate, you know? Like, because they are fucking extremes, you know. I do have moments where I just want to fucking just stop living. I have moments and times when I'm sick of everything and I just cannot be facing one more fucking second. And it seems true, and it's like, damn, everything, you know, all the happiness that I have felt in the past was bullshit. This is the truth. This is really true. And then I have times where I am feeling really happy and I'm like, oh yeah, no, this is the truth. This is the truth. How can I ever feel bad about life? You know, like, I look around me and look at other people, seeing that other people having bad days, and I'm thinking to myself, like, man, why are you having a bad day? Like, just like let go. Like, this is life. Like, it's the easiest thing to enjoy yourself. Like, what the fuck, man? So that's interesting to be aware of, because shows you that things change. Things are always changing, and whatever is changing, there's no like absolute truth within it because it's changing. If that makes any sense. So anyway, goals. How are you supposed to have goals when things are changing? I don't know, man. I don't know what really to say. I've been when I think about what I want in my life, what I want for my life, what do I want to do? What could be the best thing? I always come back to this thing of like meditation and awakening. Like what am I gonna put my attention on? What am I gonna use my energy for? What am I gonna spend my time doing? What is it? What am I gonna do? And there are lots of cool things, like just general shit, like hanging out with friends, being creative, doing music and doing film shit, working out, but it's like, what do I really want? What do I actually really want? Yes, it would be cool to I don't know, like travel. It would be cool to get better at socializing. It would be cool to make more films. It would be cool to make more music. It would be cool to work out more and it'd be cool to improve in all these different areas of life. It'd be cool to have these things. It'd be cool to do these things. But like, what is it all for, and what, like, is that ever gonna actually change something within me? Is it gonna fucking fulfill me? Is it gonna satisfy me? Because, like I said, everything's changing. And like, never gonna be satisfied because if I go after these things, I'm gonna have these experiences, but they're not gonna last. Gonna have a good time with friends. Gonna have a sense of accomplishment and achievement by making a film. Going to have confidence and self-esteem from, say, working out or doing something like that. I'm gonna have a sense of like accomplishment and success and achievement and happiness and whatever. But all those things aren't lasting. And what about the times when I'm brushing my teeth or on the toilet or getting up in the morning or walking? What about the times when I'm waiting in line? What about the times when, I'm eating? All these times. And these actually make up the majority of life. Very nice to do shit, to experience things, to accomplish things, very nice. But what about all the times when you're just fucking laying about, eating food, walking, brushing your teeth, going to taking a shit on the toilet? That's life as well. And they happen more times than you would think, because you're thinking about life as like, these things I want to accomplish and these things I want to do and be. But those, what about all the times in between, which is actually most of the time? So back to this question, ask myself, what do I actually want? And yeah, meditation and awakening, because it just seems to me that I don't know. I don't even know how to fucking explain it or think about it, to be fair. All that I know is that meditating and taking psychedelics and reading about enlightenment and shit like this, it strikes a chord within me. And I just can't think of anything better to put my attention on. And the paradox here is that I say this, yet I don't. It's not like the biggest thing in my life. It's the biggest thing that I think about, really. But when it comes time to put the practice in and develop the skills and whatever, like, am I doing enough quote unquote work? Am I actually invested and engaged in, waking the fuck up? And, I'm not really. And it's a paradox here because I'm saying, like, this is all I want. But it's hard to want it, because really the one that wants it isn't what gets it. And it's a painful process. There's a lot of fear and pain involved within awakening, that's just how it is, like that is awakening, like and so I'm avoiding it, and everyone's avoiding it. It's a paradox because everyone's avoiding enlightenment, yet at the same time, that's what everybody is, like, seeking. Everybody's trying to find a way to come back to their natural state, yet they're also avoiding it because to face it head on is facing your own bullshit, and that is a painful thing to do. And there's a lot of fear there to face it because it's painful and because it reveals so much about yourself, and it reveals so much shit that you don't actually want to know about. You don't actually want to know about this shit, and so you fear it. And so everybody's on the search for enlightenment, whether or not they think about it that way, but everybody's on the path to enlightenment, but, and they're going at their own pace. They can only do things that, like, you take a step here, you want to take a step further, but you can't go a step further because there's too much pain there, there's too much fear there. So this is what I'm saying, is that, like, everything everyone is doing is to return to their natural state. But and it's a natural process. It's gonna happen. It's inevitable, I think. But I think, like, the pursuit of awakening is trying to not, prolong that process. Is trying to get straight to the point. And to get straight to the point means to have no preference whether you fear or you're in pain. And that's the thing, is that yes, I may be interested in this whole concept of enlightenment and awakening and shit like this. More than most people, but you know, how much more am I actually willing to face my pain and my fear? A little bit more, maybe, but at the same time, like, you know, like, I don't fucking know. Maybe not. Like, I don't know. And you see, whatever I imagine enlightenment to be, that's not it. It's just that anything you imagine enlightenment, what enlightenment is, like, that's just not it. It's not it. You can't imagine what it is until you're there. I don't fucking know what it is. The more and more I am interested in enlightenment, the less and less I fucking know what it actually is. Because I don't think you can really actually want enlightenment. I don't think you can actually really like go after enlightenment. Because again, like what you're going after, what you're seeking is what you imagine enlightenment to be. And what you imagine enlightenment to be is based upon your previous experiences. So you may have psychedelic trips, you may have experiences and states you get into in meditation. You may have just spontaneous satori experiences, if that's the right word, like spontaneous like glimpses into, I don't know, some kind of jhana concentration state or some just whatever. You just have a spontaneous experience, whether in daily life or meditation or psychedelics or whatever. And then you kind of try and like equate that to enlightenment or something similar to enlightenment, something related to enlightenment, you know, because that's all that you got, you know. So what else are you gonna fucking do, you know? But I think enlightenment is the unaltered state of consciousness. And all these other experiences that you have in meditation or psychedelics or just spontaneously in daily life, you know, they're experiences and they are an altered state of consciousness. Experiences come and go, but what is prior to experience? What is like... what is always here and now? What is like, I don't know how to say it, but you know, like, so it's interesting, like this pursuit of enlightenment, like it's really, in my own experience, sometimes I realize like how much I'm fucking deceiving myself, because it's the pursuit of awakening or enlightenment is no different to just being a fucking drug addict. Like it's the same shit. And I think actually a lot of drug addicts get into meditation shit because they're still seeking something. I used to drink a lot of alcohol, smoke a lot of weed. I still drink and smoke occasionally, but nowhere near the amount that I used to. You know, and if you look at anybody's life, the vast majority of people are actually addicted to something. It's just more socially acceptable and it's not socially seen as an addiction, you know. But you can be addicted to drinking tea. You can be addicted to going for walks. You can be addicted to working. You can be addicted to thinking a certain thought pattern. You can be addicted to having showers. You can be addicted to, and they don't have to be something that you're doing like constantly, like every day, but there's a certain energy that is an addictive kind of energy. I don't know, but so what I notice within myself is that it's really no different. Like, I'm just still seeking something because I'm not happy with now. I'm seeking like an experience. Before I would seek happiness in alcohol, then I'd seek happiness in weed. And now I'm just seeking happiness in meditation. It's no difference. I'm just changing substances. Even if you're seeking happiness in the present moment, that's still like a form of addiction. It's still a form of avoidance. And do you know what I mean? Like, it sounds counterintuitive, but it's like, I'm gonna try and be happy now. But that's like a form of avoiding what's happening now. It's kind of hard to explain, but I think seeking is addiction itself. Because searching for something, it presupposes that what is here and now isn't good enough, and you're trying to get somewhere where is good enough. And that's pretty much addiction. Like, addiction is like, I feel shit, I'm not happy with this, I'm gonna take some substance or do some activity to change my state of mind, so I do feel like I am where I want to be. But I don't know, it's kind of hard to explain. I don't even know what I'm talking about. But anyway, that being said, what the fuck can you do? Like, there's nothing that you can do, man. This energy is here. So, but nevertheless, I still think meditation is, for me, I just feel like there's so much more to explore in meditation. And I have to try. I have to try and figure out this fucking enlightenment shit. I have to fucking figure it out. I have to fucking know what these fucking people are talking about enlightenment. And I have to, I don't know, like it just feels like that. There is a drive within me, a personal drive to know what I am and what reality is. But there's also a drive to just, like, because I read shit. I read about meditation. I read about enlightenment. And I'm just like, there's something here, but it's not in my experience. And I have to fucking figure out if what they're fucking talking about is real and true. I've got to fucking figure that out. I'm not going to just take their word for it and be like, oh, yes,
You know, like, it rings true to me. But the thing is that it's not in my experience, and I want to fucking find out if I can find that out in my own experience. And maybe I can't find it out. That's you know, maybe I can't find it out. But I want to find out that as well, if that is the case. If what I'm reading is all bullshit, I want to find out, I want to find out whether it's true or not. I don't know, man. I just, so when I think about what I want in my life, I think about, like, yes, like, it takes time to implement new habits and new lifestyle choices and shit into your life. It's not going to be just like, yep, tomorrow I'm going to meditate 5 hours a day for the rest of my life. Like, it's going to take time. Like, at the moment I've been meditating 1 hour a day. I started meditating daily, like, what? It's probably like nearly 3 years ago, And since then, I always wanted to meditate like an hour a day. It's taken like 3 years to get to the point where I can do it. And it's still difficult, but I do want to, like, it all comes down to the point of, like, what do you actually really want in life? What do you actually want? And what are you willing to sacrifice for that? And I don't know, man. It's interesting because, yeah, like I said, there's this, like, kind of push and pull. Like, you want enlightenment, yet at the same time, it's everything you fucking do not want at all. Because it's like, I'm attached to all this shit that I want. Attached to all this shit, all these roles, all these identities that I think that I am. And all these worldviews that I think the world is. I'm attached to all this shit. I don't want it to fucking go away. But enlightenment will make it go away. So it's like I want to hold on to thinking myself to be this certain way and thinking the world to be this certain way. And I want that, that's, I can't let go of that. Yet I've got this other desire, awakening, enlightenment shit. It's saying, like, this is about letting go of all that. But what I realized with this perspective, it's a meta perspective of, like, well, yes, I'm attached to all these identities, I'm attached to all these worldviews, but and they bring me some sense of happiness and some sense of meaning and joy. But at the same time, if I let go of all that, I would have an even more profound sense of happiness and meaning and joy. But to let go of that means to let go of it, which I don't want. Because there isn't actually any certainty that there will be any joy and happiness on the other side of letting go of that. But then I read all this shit and it's like, yeah. And I have experiences and it's like, yeah. Enlightenment seems to be the thing, that's just better than anything else. For me, anyway. I don't know, man. Oh, fuck me, dude. Anyway. Here's a video for you. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you on the next one.